another day. Alright guys, hold on, I'll be with you in a moment. Pretty nice day, not too cold yet. The weather will be getting colder and colder, so definitely starting to get a bit cooler. Really a lot colder. Hold on 1 second, yeah? He passes, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, but as I say, it is a lot warmer now. It's still warm in the sun. Getting a bit cooler. I need to get somewhere now. Oh, that smell of that cut grass is nice. The smell of that cut grass. I always remember my mum when I was young. My mum used to say, she used to say, when I was younger, about the smell of the cut grass, The smell of cut grass. It's always nice when you're out and about and you smell a bit of cut grass. And they've been cutting the grass. Now, spaces like this big space over here, this not massive, but places squares like that. There's some bigger ones around you as well. But every time I see a big open space like that, big square like this one here, square something like that, something like a big square like that. For most people, it's nothing. For most people, they've got washing like clothes lying there, and stuff. And you might see people in certain places doing exercise and stuff. A lot of people get communal, like they go into these nearby parks or like working out sort of areas, designated. But when I see a space like that, for me, it's basically as such. I'm guessing what they're for anyway, to give people a bit of space to do a bit of something. You know what I mean? They haven't put any chairs there to sit. Sometimes you get little benches and stuff, but they're for a bit of exercise. But so for me, when I see them, it brings me back to days in the past when I used to do so much working out outside in different weathers. My martial arts training, I'm saying, that over there is a pagoda. I call them a pagoda. Pavilion, what do you call it? These little things. They've got a name from this thing. So you can just sit there, people watching me now. You can always tell when someone's like looking at you or likely to be staring at you because, one, I look different. And secondly, it's like, because they're always looking around for trouble, We're looking around for trouble, Always looking around for trouble, a lot of people. Always like nosing because they don't feel this sense of peace inside themselves. This awareness that this is it, I'm fine, you know what I mean? I'm living here on this planet Earth, and they don't do that. They just look around them, all around, for attention, to find where there's more, you know what I mean, to the experience. Just looking around. Because they're not right here in the self. They're not aware in the self. It's a sad thing. It really is. We're going this way, let's go. Going this way now. But it is really insane to see how people might just, be in that state of mind always, where they're always looking around for where there's more, or like where the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. But it's not even that. It's like where the story there's more. There's always more to the story outside of them than here, right in them. You know what I'm saying? Now, the truth of the matter is, the main truth of the matter is, number one, that's not true. Well, sorry, that is true, I should say. It is been true because there is more outside going on in the world around you, in the universe, and the world around you. Let's just say, it's not all you, is it? It's not all literally yourself. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's not the story of you, though. There's more to the story of you within yourself. That outside of you is not the story of you. There might be more to find, but it's not about you. It's not about you, is it? You see people walking around with this arrogance on them, and this because they're uncomfortable within themselves. So people come with arrogance or showing off, all that show. Even when you certain loud people, whether they be nosing, poking their nose in your business, whether they're being arrogant, whether they're being rude to people, whether they're making fun or mocking people, whether they're trying to give you advice, teach you something, you know, whether they're trying to make a joke out of it, any of that. Oh, you see what I'm saying? I'm getting it now, I'm getting some attention. I'm just going this way. You know what I mean? We pass a group of them now, but it's this arrogance, you see. Mocking, Mickey taking. Mocking and Mickey taking, you know? Fucking hell, crazy. Excuse me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of people that are just so obsessed with what's going on around them. They become uneasy, like, uncomfortable in themselves. So they're always trying to fight. What they're doing is they're fighting themselves. They're telling themselves that there's a war here. You know, there's a battle where they're not worthy almost of life. It's like they can't have peace in themselves unless they find it somewhere outside of them. But everywhere they look, there's no peace, and they create it that way in their mind. You know, and any level of realness that you show. I just tripped up looking at someone looking at me. I'm saying that. But the thing is, yeah, they're like, you know, what they'll do is, what they'll do is they'll just we'll stand in this shade for a minute. What they'll do is they'll just literally, they'll pick you up and say, like, you know, anything positive they see from you, any ideas, anything you say or do, immediately, again, is you being weak. They'll look at you like you are weak, or you don't understand yourself, or you're fake, or they'll paint you in the same image as they are in themselves. They paint you out to be them. You're no better than them, no greater than them. You basically are them, but you're not on their level. You're different. They can't deal with anything that's the same or different. They can't deal with anyone being on the same level as them. So that's why they don't give the same level of respect to. And they can't deal with anyone having a higher or lower. They paint everything out to be a problem, something to fight with. They say life is competition, that the world is competition. They put themselves in the fight. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. You're always fighting everything, so you fight yourself. You're just killing yourself. That's what you're doing. You're always fighting something. You fighting as strong as you fight, as confident and as strong as you're trying to fight everything. Trying to prove a point, you know, be bigger or whatever than everybody else. When you're trying to do that, what you're doing is you're stopping the learning. The more you're talking, you're not listening, you're not learning. You know what I'm saying? You're not humble. You're not honest, I should say. And you're giving yourself more problems. That's what you're doing. You're limiting yourself, not only from what you can benefit or potentially benefit from anything else outside of you in the world, but you're limiting yourself from this experience of self. You know what I mean? It's like you're selling your mind all the time. You know? It's like you're staying asleep, constantly like a vegetable sleeping. You know what I mean? Putting yourself in a dead state if you're doing that. So there's people going around that are just constantly, you know, just living like that, you know, just in a fake way. But they're painting the world out. You know, what they're doing is they're so fake and they're so used to it that they can't understand what else has got anything else. That there could be logic behind anything else. And what they do is, so what they do is they paint everything else outside of them to be fake, because it's all they know, to give them a sense of some kind of solid realness in themselves. They think, oh, I'm more real than you, sometimes, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? I can't be walking on this ground here telling myself it's made of ice cream. It's not. Well, I'm looking up at the sky and saying, like, fucking, you know, whatever, you know, I can walk in the air. That kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? just waiting for a bus at a bus stop and just standing in the shade. But yeah, you do see a lot of arrogance everywhere you go. I was going to talk about another topic. We're going to get onto that in another video about confidence. But ultimately, it's just ideas in the mind. What leads people is ideas in their mind, and that's another problem. The base image, the base little bit of information in their mind that controls their whole thought process. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How they're thinking is actually coming from the program, from the idea itself first. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Understand? Do you get what I'm saying? So if I tell you, if I say, do you know what I'm saying? If your mind immediately is just in one place, yeah, that's where it starts from. That's where it grows from. That's where it comes from, the seed, and that's where it comes from. The whole tree, the whole forest, all the fruits, everything. It comes from that one seed. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like if I say some colour, I say yellow, red, blue, green. Yeah, yellow, red, blue, green. Now you're going to be talking, everything in your mind you're thinking is coming from, you'll be talking about things which are yellow, blue, red, green, not purple. You understand me? But about your flag, you say, I don't know, red, white and blue. Now you're talking about that. You see what I'm saying? It's the system. It's the system of what it is. Right? It's just the system. So they don't know they're doing it. People don't know they're doing it. And it's a let's say it's a system within a seed. Fair enough. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll tell you what it's like. Yeah, the whole system is like, let's say you've got a machine. Let's say you've got some like AI or something. Let's say you've got like ChatGPT, right, or another AI, any AI, right? You've got some AI, yeah, one particular one, yeah. And all the different information it can get, all the different information it finds, it can work with all this different information, right? It can work with that. It's all within that one thing. It's coming from this one particular ChatGPT. If you go to another AI, let's get, for example, another AI, let's say, then it's coming with all of its own information. You see what I'm saying? So you think, oh, it's really good and everything, but it's, as you know, it's like controlled. There's restrictions and different things on it. It's its own thing. And this is the reason I'm going to that level of complexity is like, it's like human minds, the human mind of human people. That's what people are having. They don't realise that their minds are so complicated, the way they're talking, the way they behave and living, and they've been doing it for years. All their beliefs, all their questioning or answering, reasoning, behaviours, reactions, actions, ideas, quiz, confusion. It's all coming from that one base system that's already installed in the head. Catch up with you later in the next one, yeah, peace.